Red Bull got that strategy freaking right by bringing him in during that, was it the safety car, bringing him in, throwing him on the mediums, then bringing him back in like the next lap to throw him back on the hards, and then just letting him roll on the hards, which you knew that you could probably make it last the whole race. Brilliant decision. Brilliant strategy call on the pit wall, as you know, as tends to be the case from the Red Bull pit wall in general.
Welcome to the Paddock F1 with Greeny and the cheese. We're caffeinated, we're medicated. It's a podcast by fans for fans. Your dose of F1 news. All the tracks and all the drama coming up on today's show.
Yes. You know what that means? Time in the Paddock F1. Greeny and the cheese. Round 10 of the 2026 F1 season takes us back to a classic. Back to the Ardennes Forest of Belgium. It is the Belgian Grand Prix. Belgium known for its waffles, chocolate, and of course the beer. I will take a Belgian win. Thank you very much. But this ain't no travel show. This is an F1 show where we're racing the classic, the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. 4.35 miles, the longest on the calendar, up and down them hills, legendary corners, 19 of them. You give it the full beans for, I don't know, 73% of your lap now with this battery nonsense. But here we go. We got a Grand Prix. Action to turn one. Russell and Hamilton. Russell was out. Bad luck for that man. Heading into the combs, the rain held off, and then Kimi Antonelli was back at the pace and was back to his winning ways. He takes the win. Leclerc second. Max takes third. We are caffeinated. We are medicated. Greeny, good day, sir.
Listen, it is a great day because, at least for a moment, I don't have toxic clouds coming over my house as we are getting ready for the World Cup final. So a little in between, a little couple hours in between. You got the F1, and then you got the World Cup final. A crazy day yesterday, and hopefully a wonderful cup today, but this is not a FIFA World Cup show. This is an F1 show, and Kimi Antonelli, just when you thought we're safe, the teenager keeps going and keeps rolling. 6th win of the season, and I don't know, every time you turn around, breaking records, it feels, like I said before, that it feels a little Piastri-esque as it did last season. And we can see how that goes with the teenager. So there's a lot to go here. I think there's still 12 races left to go. So we still have a lot of racing to go. But as of right now, Kimi Antonelli has a 2-race lead. George Russell, racing incident, being knocked out is him and Lewis Hamilton gets points, and Russell, his former teammate, does not. And, away we go. Away we go. The Mercedes family bumping and grinding.
I mean, really the only thing that's been slowing him down the 2 out of the last like 3 or so races was the mechanical failure in Barcelona, and then he had the brake duct break at Silverstone when he didn't get points in either of those 2 races. So he's back to scoring points and back to leading and pretty much dominating once he got back out in the clean air in the front. Leclerc did keep him honest there, through the end of the race. So it's not like he just completely was away and gone. But I think he probably needed that. I mean, George Russell is a man that if there's not somebody that cannot wait to get to the summer break, I don't know who else on the grid you could throw into that mix. I mean, there's definitely some drivers you could definitely put in there, but he is definitely the one that he cannot wait to get on a summer break and completely reset because his teammate is consistently faster than him. The team is trying to figure out what's going on from one side of the garage to the other to see why he isn't having the pace that his teammate has. But I mean, he was saying after his interview there that he just didn't have the pace up the hill, but his teammate has the pace. So I don't know what the difference is from one side of the garage to the other side right now, but he's a man that cannot wait to get to the summer break to somebody on the other side of the garage that is completely, crushing it outside of mechanical failures, which has slowed him down. That's it.
And let's be honest. Let's be completely honest, as we see from, like I say over and over again, from their social media, from everything else. Mercedes does not like George Russell nearly as much as they like Kimi Antonelli. Number one. Number two. How many times have we seen a Mercedes DNF this year? Whether it be Kimi Antonelli a couple times or George Russell, they would be absolutely above and beyond dominating this field if it wasn't for mechanical issues this year. They would be just gone. Its season would be over. It would be old school Silver Arrow time if they weren't. It is not, and they're holding out just for that reason because of these mechanical DNFs. And now today, like you said, if there wasn't bad luck, George Russell wouldn't have any luck at all. And listen, you can't be both pretty, rich. It's like a 007 race car driver, like straight out of a James Bond movie, and win every time as well. Life just doesn't work like that for everyone. You came close, George Russell, and you never know. Maybe Mercedes isn't the right fit for him in the end. It would be really, really interesting to what's going to happen and how, if at all, these little things are going to affect George Russell's plans and future in Formula One and where he ends up. These little things, the mechanical DNFs now, the frustration of getting taken out at the beginning of the race. Nobody wants, if you're going to crash out, you definitely don't want to get bumped out early in the race, that's for sure. You don't want to get bumped out at all. You don't want to DNF at all. But having both mechanical and now with Lewis Hamilton this week, man, that frustration mounts. And it feels, like I said, if you just followed their social media and didn't watch the races, it would feel that George Russell is the number 2 driver at Mercedes. And that's what they are projecting. And Kimi Antonelli is not making George Russell's life any easier when he finishes first and Russell finishes 22nd. All right, that's not going to help him at all. And
No.
But George Russell has finished second several times during DNFs from Kimi Antonelli, so under his 2 DNFs. So listen, I'll leave it at that. And got to give it up to Charles Leclerc for at least maintaining a lead for as long as he possibly could. Ferrari definitely had a day. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's a good day for him. It's first and, last time out he wins at Silverstone, second place here at Spa. To be honest, it's definitely not going to be Ferrari track really with the power deficit they have since this is definitely a power circuit. Just like probably Monza's not really going to be probably a good track for Ferrari coming up. Their home track as well. Unless if you're going to bring an upgrade to the engine, that's probably the place you'd probably want to do it. But the next 2 races definitely set up probably pretty good for Ferrari, to be honest. Hungary and Zandvoort after the break. Definitely good races. I mean, Lewis definitely still has probably going to get a 5th place from the 4th. He's probably going to get a penalty for, we'll get into the pit stop incident later with a little captain safety. Um, so he'll probably get a fifth place, but still a second and a fifth. It's still, definitely big points for the team. Um, definitely still challenging, pushing Mercedes right now. But Leclerc's definitely turned it around. He got that, had that little hiccup there for a little bit. Whatever they changes they made to the car, he's back on top. Ferrari's definitely moving along. I mean, I'm a little concerned about what their cost cap is right now, but the drivers say that they're not concerned about
Ferrari
it.
looked
So
better. I mean, Ferrari looked better than they should have. I'm sure we'll get into that in winners and losers coming up. But first, cheese. First, I know what's in your melon. I know what you're ready to fire. Some flamethrower you got. Because Spa is full of history, full of all kinds of stuff that went down at this track. So I don't know what side you're coming from. Is it going to be a left or right? A left, right? Left, left, right? And a kick to the groin? Potentially. Because of course it is Quizmaster's Cockpit. It's 3 questions. I get them all right. We go into winners. I get just one wrong. We're going right into our loser segment. And of course, if I get all of them right, we're going right into that big juicy slap or maybe captain safety.
if you get them all wrong, you get the slap.
Depending on how hard I slap myself, I get the slap for the week if I get them all wrong. Are you ready, cheese?
Well, I'm ready. I went digging this week.
Digging. I did a little digging myself in my research. I scratched a couple of notes down here, so we'll see. We'll see, because there is, again, a lot of history here. So go ahead, shoot. Question number 1.
Which driver made his F1 debut in 1991 and won his first F1 race in 1992 at the Belgian Grand Prix?
Michael Schumacher?
That is correct, sir.
Wow. I was nervous on that one. That was wow. All right.
Very
All
well
right,
done.
one for one. Oof.
One
I don't
for
have to
one.
slap myself. I'm just
No
glad.
slap. No slap. No slap. Question number 2. This driver won the 1998 Belgian Grand Prix, a race that featured a 13-car pileup on the opening lap.
Definitely wasn't Schumi. I think he won every other one in the 90s. I don't know. Mika Hakkinen?
That is correct, sir. It was Damon Hill.
Not a bad guess.
Not a bad guess. Not a bad guess. Question number 3. Since Kimi Antonelli won today's race, before today, when was the last time an Italian won the Belgian Grand Prix?
Believe it was Alberto Ascari in 1953.
That is incorrect. It was Michel Alboreto, 1985. So that's been a minute. It wasn't that far back. It's only the 80s.
Wow.
But that's still a while. It's still a long time. That's still a long time.
I was pretty confident in that answer. But okay. All right. It doesn't matter because it wasn't a 3 for 3 anyway.
It wasn't a 3 for 3 anyway.
But I'm going to have to look that one up because I really thought it was Ascari. But, mate, you know what? you are the Quizmaster, and I am in your cockpit. So either way, we're gonna go with the losers. Um, and I don't know.
I'm gonna
Go
kick
ahead,
it right
Chase.
off with Williams. With Williams, supposed to be resurgence weekend. It was kind of a disaster, to be honest. This is more the same. They just can't get it right. They just can't get it right. Plain and simple.
It's like a
Um,
layup going for Williams these days, anyway.
I mean, pretty much, yeah, but it's just disappointing. For a classic team to just be such a mess. Um, I'm gonna give it to George Russell. Bring it up here too again. Just again, racing incident, lap one out, no points again. I think he's what 40 something points now behind Kimi Antonelli and the drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who just cannot wait to get to the summer break and needs an absolute reset and to figure out what the heck is going on because he's definitely in his own head right now and it's kind of a mess. Those will be my losers.
And I mean, it's easy layups, Aston Martin, Cadillac, but it's like, I think, just let's just lump them all together. Let's just take them completely out unless they do anything to show any kind of life. But I think both those teams have just gotten so sad, and Sergio and Lance Stroll both DNFing again. Botas still can't even.
Isn't Sergio like say it's like my suspension broke? Like
It's getting bad. I don't know how Fernando Alonso hasn't completely lost his shit yet, but just gone nuclear. But it's bad. It's just as bad again. Right back with it with Haas, and you're just gonna take them and
yeah.
Williams and Cadillac and Aston Martin and take those four
Well,
teams
didn't the
and
two Haas's come together and that's why like Ocon ended up in the gravel there because they both
it,
came together? Like it's a mess.
it's an
What's going on
absolute
there?
mess. There's no communication. I don't know how Esteban Ocon's still there. Ali Behrman's going to end up probably at Ferrari, probably another year at Haas, and then over to Ferrari to replace Lewis Hamilton if he doesn't want to race in 2028, which who the hell knows? Lewis might be there. But anyway, just the whole back of the pack. Because the front end of the pack is a whole different story. We'll get to that in a moment. But those are the losers I saw. Which leaves us to a bunch of winners.
Right.
Jeez. So
I was definitely doing Oscar Piastri, fourth place, probably fifth right now, but probably getting a fourth after Lewis gets a penalty there. Um, good points for him. Quietly finished, right in there. So good race for Oscar. Um, Bortoletto, eighth place. Good points for Audi. Trying to get into that, fight there for
that's a big 4 points
it's a big,
for
it's a
Gabriel Portoletto. That's a big 4 points.
big points. That's absolutely big
That's
points. That's big
four
points for
tenths. That's 4/10 places, okay? Which is Audi where Audi should be. So think of it that way. Or like
yeah, that's fair. I mean,
a
that's
ninth
fair.
and 2/10, right? That's what an eighth is equal to as far as points goes. So, and great for Bortoletto. Bortoletto should not also be finishing in front of the Racing Bulls. So that's another kid to be looking out for. The
Yeah,
future
I
is
totally
here.
agree. I totally agree. Bortoletto's a solid young driver. The only thing that's been pretty much holding back either of the drivers, including, the other side of the garage in Hulkenberg, is a lot of reliability issues coming from the Audi. So for them to finish the race, one, throw that bad boy in eighth, that's huge points for the team. It's huge points. Huge points. Those will be my winners. I don't want to keep taking some away from you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Red Bull whole Red Bull garage, you got to give it up to them. I know
Yeah.
Liam Lawson finishing 12th, but Arvid Lindblad, are you kidding me with this kid just consistently scoring points over and over and over again? Another kid. I mean, you got
Yeah.
Bortoletto, Lindblad, Antonelli. I mean, I know we haven't seen the results that we want to out
He
of
looked
Ollie
so
Bearman,
comfortable
but
coming into the
definitely
sport.
talent. These kids just
He looked so
exact.
comfortable. Mm-hmm.
They're all so comfortable. Throw Isaac Hadjar in there as well, who finished
Yeah.
sixth. Just the
Yeah.
kids are so comfortable coming in and
Mm-hmm.
scoring points. Colapinto beating out Gasly. Isaac
Yeah.
Hadjar at one point being a dead last and still finishing sixth. Come on. Like, making it
Well,
look easy.
Red Bull got that strategy freaking right by bringing him in during that was it the safety car, bringing him in, throwing him on the mediums, then bringing him back in like the next lap to throw him back on the hards. So then he covered the tire requirement for the race using both compounds. And then just letting him roll in the hards, which you knew that you could probably make it last the whole race. Brilliant decision, brilliant strategy call on the pit wall, as you know, as tends to be the case from the Red Bull pit wall in general. That's the one thing that they don't usually screw up is strategy, but it was solid. But in general, besides that, Isaac Ajar has been excellent. I mean, he basically put Max Verstappen on the front row the way he towed Max down the back straight at quali yesterday too. I mean, Max praised him for that. He has been the best second Red Bull driver since Danny Rick, solidly. I mean, he might break the curse right now, to be honest, because he puts up points consistently. I mean, if he was in the seat versus Perez for a couple of the years, there Red Bull might have probably won a couple constructors titles in there too.
Could have been the curse. Who the hell knows? But what I do know is that Max Verstappen and Isaac Hadjar, 30 points separate them. Verstappen is right there with Piastri as I'm looking at the leaderboard here. Kimi Antonelli has a new second place behind him, and that's Lewis Hamilton with 159 points, surpassing George Russell, which does not look good at all. And Lando Norris there in fifth. We'll see what happens with a little bit of point shuffling. It has not updated on F1.com just yet. As far as Lewis Hamilton's fifth place finish, it still has him as fourth.
He's getting a penalty. He's getting a penalty for
But
that. He's getting a penalty.
well, I mean, let's just hold for a second.
I need to slap my goddamn for that.
Oh, it's captain safety time. Go for it. This is all you.
All right. Oh, hold on. Actually. Safety is the most important thing. Safety is utmost importance. And when you don't have the safety,
Who is the man with the fireproof pants?
you have
Who
nothing.
checks the brakes on every car?
When you don't have safety,
Who put the
when you don't know what green lights are, and red lights are, when you don't have stop and go, you gotta get it. Play that one later. Captain Safety Time. Listen, honestly, what the hell was going on? You once again almost killed somebody in the pit. And I looked at it again. We came on pretty much right after the race, and a lot happened during the race, so I didn't have a chance to look at it over and over. I'm sure it'll be cross-analyzed and psychoanalyzed and seen from every single angle on various YouTube shows, within the next 10 hours here. But since we're coming pretty hot take here shortly after the race, it seems to me that this might have been a red light, green light, as you be playing kindergarten and situation here where either the light went on too soon or they didn't see the light going on, but an absolute
Light went on too soon.
disaster averted. And I don't know whose fault it is. You're saying, I mean, F1, like I'm looking at it right now, still has Lewis Hamilton without the penalty, but maybe you have a different view of it from where your angled cheese.
I mean,
what did you see coming in the pits there?
I mean, just what Lewis even said after the race when they asked him about it. He said, "You saw the green light, and green light comes on. You're in the seat. You go. That's what the green light's for." So somebody gave the green light too early. Lewis then, stopped after he made contact with him, and then, they told him to go. So, I mean, somebody hit the button, put the green light on when the green light shouldn't have come on. Simple. It's human error. Things happen. Luckily, apparently he's not the crew member who got hit is not hurt at all. So, that's positive, but things will happen. It is the pit lane. Somebody, human error puts the green light on, the driver's going to go. That's what they're trained to do too.
Green light, pedal on the right, Let's go.
Fucking A.
Let's go. Let's go, and go he did. And listen, I'm glad nobody did get hurt, but there was our winners and losers and slaps of the week as we head into our summer break. Before we break,
fantastic sound of the week. So take that fantasy ride to the fantasy island of Greentopia, where the beer flows like wine, the wine flows like beer, and that cannabis, oh yes, my friends, that cannabis goes as far as the eyes can see. Look at it out there. Green and luscious. Take a little whiff. Ooh, take another one. Rough week for me. That air smells. So take a little walk to the top of the hill, casino at the top. Tickets in hand, or we cash it in, or we check it out. I know I am getting my ass on the next plane out of here, because crash and burn this week.
It was a rough one. It was a rough one indeed, especially if you had George Russell in your top 3 trifectas, as we both did, so you could just get rid of that right off the bat. You had Max Verstappen with a big W. That didn't happen. We both had George Russell with a big W. Plus 900. How do you not go with a Merc plus 900? I mean, that was a big fat meatball. So we both took that one. And I had Audi double top 10. Not a bad pick, but didn't come through plus 550, so I lost on that. But I did have Red Bull double top 6. I believe, plus 240. I took that one down. You had the Racing Bulls double top 10, kind of like my Audi double top 10. And
that did not work out.
That did not work out. And here we are. So I went up a whole, between last week, I went up plus 25, a measly plus 25 last week, and you went down 200 last week. And then once again, this week, you went down another 200, and I went up only 20 Greenybucks. But those little bits started paying off here.
Chipping away.
Chipping to the slightest margin, but I went from a 900-point gap to almost exactly around a 500-point gap after the last 3 races. So I made it into the summer break reasonably only down almost exactly 500, 3,982 for you, which you are now under the 4,000 mark, and I'm at 3,487, almost exactly 500 Greenybucks behind. So a lot of work for both of us to do, but both of us, no one's out of it. No one's out of it. You can see I made up 400 Greenybucks just in the last three weeks here. So it is anybody's game. Obviously, if you hit one of these big fat trifectas, as you do at some point in the season, some plus 900 or something, some big juicy steak you got cooking up, someone's got to hit something. Someone's going to hit a big meatball at some point. We always do.
At some point, somebody will hit something juicy.
At some point, someone will hit something juicy.
There's a lot of racing to go yet.
A lot of racing to go, and a big summer break coming up, which means that we're going to have a lot of news to go. So we're going to cut this one a little bit shorter this week. But we'll be back all throughout the summer break. We won't be tanning on the beach here as others might be doing, as the drivers might be doing. We're going to be hard at work for you, the fans of In the Paddock F1 with Greeny and the Cheese. Of course, subscribe if you haven't, like if you haven't, leave a comment if you haven't. Everything, all of it helps the algorithm. Cheese, say what you got to say, brother.
I will see you guys, next week from Budapest. So you go to the Hungary. Last race before the break. And as always, stay medicated, my friends.
Greeny and the cheese, coming live from the US of A. Podcast groove, the boys bring you the F1 news. Everything you need, so you know just what to do. And it's all alright, 'cause they do it right. In the paddock with Greeny and the cheese. In the paddock with Greeny and the cheese. In the paddock with Greeny and the cheese. Ferrari's gonna drive you crazy. Mad Max, he's so amazing. Yeah, McLaren, Merc, and more. In the paddock with Greeny and the cheese. And they know their way around the track. When you need the facts, you can trust them. They won't steer you wrong. Always right on time. They know their way around a microphone. And it's all right, 'cause they do it right. In the paddock with Greeny and the cheese.